welcome to the show. I'm your host, Aimmee Kodachian, not Kardashian. I am so excited to share with you my guest today. She is internationally known author, speaker, seminar presenter, and a teacher, a host, everything in between. She is an amazing, have a great experience, and have a lot of followers following her insight. They want to learn from her wisdom, and she's changing people's life. And her name is Jennifer Hammond. I am so happy to have you with me today.
Yay!
I am really happy. First of all, I loved your energy.
Thank you.
Second of all, you don't have that, oh, I am, and I'm the ego. And I mean, you are huge. I have a huge followers. You're doing great, but you're very humbled. And I want to know, what is your secret?
Well, you know, for me, I know I came from a very hard childhood with a lot of challenges. I know you also had a lot of challenges. And it's funny, when you come from those challenges, I am so grateful for every day, for every person. Like, I love your energy.
Thank
and I
you.
love that you give back so much to every community, to anyone who can hear your voice or see your show. You're always finding a way to bring them some new insights, to look at life in a new way.
Different perspective, right? It's beautiful.
It is. It's so beautiful.
But tell me, what got you to do a real estate? I mean, you're not just doing real estate, you are changing the way of people thinking about real estate.
Yeah.
And I mean, I heard a lot about you, and I heard other people's testimonials, and I saw what you're doing, and it's just amazing. That's why I feel so blessed to have you to share your insight with my followers.
Oh, thank you, thank
Yes.
you. Well, I'm so passionate about it because when I was a little girl, unfortunately, my father made a lot of bad financial decisions. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night and hearing my mom and my dad fighting. Now, they had argued a lot of times, unfortunately, before, but there were some lights in the driveway. They were repossessing our cars. And then within a few days, we were homeless. My dad had made so many bad decisions that we not only lost all of our vehicles, but we lost our home. And there was an enormous amount of shame around that. And, you know, things started to fall apart. My mom and dad were divorced. And from that, never again did my dad ever feel comfortable trying to buy a house. My sister and my brother, you know, they lived in fear. And they never felt worthy or comfortable. There was just so much shame around a loss of a house, and not understanding financial literacy, of understanding how do you prevent that from happening. And now in recent years, we've seen this again. So for me, I'm very passionate to make sure that other people don't end up homeless.
You want to
like I
give them
did.
hope.
I want
The
them to
hope
have
that you
hope.
didn't have.
Right.
See, you want to share with them, okay, so even if you fell, you could still come up. There is hope for you. Education and knowledge when you apply it.
Yes.
So you're giving them the knowledge that you gained throughout your journey being in real estate.
And so
to
I had
help
to do
them.
it on my own because my mom and dad, they just didn't feel comfortable ever teaching us that because they had failed. And so I didn't have any financial literacy at all. Not even how to save money, how to pay your taxes, all of the stuff that you need just for life skills. And then even when I went to college, I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. They don't teach you how to balance your bank account, how to pay the proper taxes. And so when I went into real estate, I was very interested in being successful at flipping houses. I was always fascinated with houses. So when I moved to Washington, D.C., I started learning. And I did it so secretively because I was so afraid I was going to make a mistake. And women back then were not accepted into as a real estate investor. So I started doing it in a kind of a sneaky way, trying to learn from every single person. I would ask questions and ask questions. And my first property, I made a lot of money. more than most people make in a year with just my very first one that I renovated it, and I ended up selling it 2 years after I had bought it.
That boosts your self-confidence, right?
Exactly.
Lifted you up. It's like, I did it, I did it.
I did it. And I knew at that point I didn't want to keep that information because I know what it feels like for people to judge you and feel like you're not worthy of it or you can't have this because you're from that family or because, you know, I didn't start with any kind of money. I came from a very poor background where we were always going for secondhand clothes and you know, when my mom and dad split, I didn't know my dad most of my life, and my sister was sent off to a foster home, and then my brother left, and it just got worse and worse as my life had gone on, and I realized, wow, how do you go forward if you don't have hope, if you don't feel like, and the thing is you know you can be better than what you are today. One thing I've learned in the universe is we're always either getting better or we're getting worse.
Yes.
And you think about that with your health, with your money, with anything. You're getting better or getting worse.
I say this, this one of the things I say, either life is gonna break me or make me.
That's right.
So which one? Is it gonna break me
right.
or make me? And that's what you said, is it gonna break me or make me?
Yeah.
And not just only made you, it made you a beautiful, intelligent soul here to be able to help other people. You shared with me some story about, yesterday you shared with me a story behind the scene.
Well,
about people they were going to commit suicide or
Yeah.
whatever happened. So
one of the things that happened when I got my radio show on Sirius XM, I was uncertain if I was actually helping people, and I thought, well, I don't want to do this show if it doesn't help people. Just like I know how passionate you are
Yeah.
about this show. If you're not really helping people, then why do it? And so I thought, well, I wonder if that's happening. And it was like the universe, it was like God gave me this beautiful phone call, and a woman called me, and she was right on the verge of committing suicide.
wow. Now we're gonna talk about the story more, because
Okay.
that really yesterday touched my heart, and it made me understand more why we do what we do.
Yes.
And why we have to continue no
Yes.
matter what.
Yes.
We need to. We have to pay it forward, and
Yep.
that just lifts us up. So when we come back, she is going to share with us, Jennifer, going to share with us an amazing story that's going to touch your heart. So we'll be right back.
Snap-on dentures will change your life. And at Smiles Today Dental, we now offer the lowest price in town. Mini dental implants can stabilize your loose dentures permanently. Call Smiles Today Dental for a free consultation.
Thank you for calling Denim Revival.
Hate to say goodbye to your favorite jeans? Well, now you don't have to, because Denim Revival is here for you. Mail us your jeans and our professionals will fix it right up. We offer you all kinds of alteration services, including invisible repairs, let-outs, taperings, and original hemming, or even have your own custom-made jeans. Quoted the best denim repair shop by GQ, Vogue Magazine, and LA Times. Denim Revival, your search for alteration and repair ends here.
And to you it ain't pretty little thing. Howdy, your baby.
And we are back with Jennifer here. Jennifer, welcome back.
Yay, thank you so much
So,
for having me.
Of course, I'm so blessed to have you. Are you kidding me? I'm sure this show is gonna be an amazing show, because people are gonna feel your spirit and they're gonna feel the energy we're having here. We're having great energy. So tell us about that story again, please, because I can hear it one more time.
Ooh, it's still, every time I think about it, it was such a blessing. I had been on the radio for a couple months, and I started to wonder, you know, here I am just trying to put these shows together, and I wasn't sure if I was making a difference in anyone's lives, and it takes a lot of time, as you know, to put together a show.
Sure.
And I really, my desire was not to be entertaining as much as it was to be educational. If it was going to help somebody, then I wanted to do
Then
it.
I'm putting my time.
Yeah, then it was worth my
sure.
time to do it. But if it was just going to be entertainment, then I wasn't really interested in doing it. And all of a sudden I was just about to quit. And then I got this random phone call, and I remember answering the phone, and this woman said, "Hi, I live in Atlanta, Georgia." And she said, "I just wanted to call you and say thank you for saving my life." And I remember
And that
thinking,
goes like probably chills. It's like,
"Ooh."
what?
I immediately got goosebumps, and
What
I thought,
real estate has to do with saving your
exactly,
life?
real estate, how does real
I
estate
can
save
hear
lives?
you. I can hear what you're saying.
And I thought maybe she means that figuratively, and she doesn't mean that literally. And then she said, actually, my husband and I were completely underwater with our house, and her husband had been in the military. He came back from the war, and he, was struggling with some post-traumatic stress. And financially, they were completely upside down. Their house was underwater. They were in bad shape. And so they decided to do a suicide pact.
And that's a lot of stress for people who have kids and
Yeah.
going through
And
something
to not,
like that.
I mean, to think, well, I can't provide a home, and they had 2 children. And she said, we decided maybe we should just kill our 2 children, do the suicide
Wow.
pact. And I'm just on the phone, frozen, as she's telling me this story. And she said, and then on your show, you had someone on, and I learned how we could save our house. And she said the line that I'll never forget, which still gets me, and she said, 3 people walked this planet because of your show, Jennifer Hammond.
Oh my goodness.
And she said, my husband did
That-
commit suicide.
Oh.
She said, but my 2 children and I are alive, and we have a home because of what we learned on your show.
what you gave us.
That made me think, I will be on radio.
Yeah, even
for
if you
life.
save one person, that
Yes.
it's enough,
It's enough.
isn't it?
It is, because it matters. And then that one
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
the ripple effect, it will help
Absolutely.
others. So for me, as long as I know that I'm helping people, I will always be on Sirius XM or whatever radio. I would love it as long as I'm helping people. And the thing is most of us don't really have any education on finances or on real estate. So anything we can do to, again, teach them, but also go into action. Because to know something and not
Knowledge
do it,
enough. It's not enough
It's
when
not
you have
enough.
knowledge. You're gonna have to know what to do with it.
Yes.
Right. That's
Yes.
just knowledge. It's good. Knowledge is
Yeah.
necessary, but if you don't know what to do with it, so what you do, they probably have the knowledge, but you guide them.
Yes.
With your classes and
I
other,
do.
seminars.
So
You
I've
do
been
some-
doing 3-day seminars, and then we've been working on online courses. So, because I really want people to apply it. It's good to talk, but if they can't apply it, I want to see. Recently I had one of the listeners call and say they wanted to start up a new hashtag. It would be called #Jennifer's Moguls.
Oh,
I was so flattered and excited. I thought, what a wonderful thing. I would love to make one real estate mogul.
Yeah.
But if I made a whole bunch of them, what a blessing that would be. What a legacy. What fun to listen to those stories. So we're just, so this
Absolutely.
year we've just started, we just finished our first 3-day seminar, and it's so fun because people are in a year-long program where they, again, have to apply it. And they get in trouble for not doing
Absolutely.
their homework.
Yeah, if you don't apply it, you could have all the knowledge and just put it on the side. You don't get
Yeah.
anywhere. But look, you're not only just doing that, you're surrounding yourself around people who is making a difference in the
Yeah.
world, and you're involved with youwillchangetheworld.com.
Yes.
Go there and you could find
yeah.
the classes. You will change the world. Peter Anthony is an amazing soul.
Yes.
He's helping a lot of
Yeah.
people to bring their knowledge and give direction to people through his organization that he has. So I'm blessed to know him, and you know him before
Yes.
I knew him.
Well, he is such a passionate person, and talk about one of the most unbelievable storytellers.
Yeah.
He's fascinating in that, but he's also great at bringing out what others really need from you. Each one of us have a gift. So nobody should
Absolutely.
ever, oh, well, I don't have a gift.
Oh, everyone
has a gift.
But it's sitting somewhere. It's
Yeah.
hidden in you.
And that's why we need to help
Definitely.
each other, because
Yeah.
we need others.
You bring it out.
Because sometimes someone else can see your
Yeah.
gift when you can't, because we so often criticize ourselves.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. And yet, the blessings you have inside,
You
they're
don't
just waiting to come,
out.
And you need somebody like Peter Anthony who will help you.
Who will help you doing
You
that.
know?
So when we come back, you're going to continue with your story and telling us a little bit about how you get to the radio and what made you stay in the radio for 8 years?
8 years.
8 years successful, and now you're starting you're gonna do television show.
I'm going to do a television?
Yeah, and you're just taking off.
Oh, it's so
I am
nice.
so proud of you. It's taking off, taking it where it needs to be, right? No,
Right.
no looking back.
No looking back.
No
As long
looking
as we
back.
continue to help people, it's worth it.
Absolutely. So when we come back, Jennifer's going to share with you some of the wisdom she learned and how she got to be successful and where she is today. This is amazing information, knowledge you're going to get, and then if you follow her, you're going to get direction from her for sure. So we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm attorney Eric Palacios. If you or a loved one has questions regarding immigration, call my office at 444-7777. It's important to hire the right lawyer to take care of your immigration needs. Call 444-7777.
My buyer showed me the sofa. I couldn't believe it was only $4.99. First off, I love the sophisticated and modern look. It's covered in a soft textured chenille fabric, so it's durable. Look at the sleek wood trim. But what about the inside, I asked? Well, inside it has superior S-spring seating that translates into support and comfort. And the accent pillows are included. Larry's price, $4.99. Now that's some bang for your buck. And with same-day delivery, it can be in your home today.
We are back with Jennifer. Welcome, Jennifer, back. Okay, so continue telling us about your beautiful story and success, the success story.
Well, let me share a little bit. When I wasn't planning to be on the radio, it happened by accident. I had a client, and she was a first-time home buyer, and I'm licensed as a real estate agent in Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland. And she had come to me, and one of the things that I believe is, you know, even as a real estate agent, when I decide to help people that way, I want them to understand the process. So I actually have them sit down with the contract and we go through it. Well, she called me and said, I'm just confirming for tomorrow morning where we're going to meet. And then she told me that her dad was going to come to the interview. And I started laughing. I said, oh, bring your dad. She was like, well, it's my house and it's my decision. And I thought, oh, this is fabulous. She's so sweet. And I didn't know her dad has been on radio for almost 40 years.
40
He's
years.
40.
Wow.
He's been in the Radio Talk Show Hall of Fame.
Okay.
He interviewed President Obama in the Oval Office. This is someone who has been on radio for a long time, but I didn't know him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so wonderful. When I finished helping his daughter buy her first place, he said, I've never met a real estate agent like you. I've never met anyone who cares so much about people understanding the process, not just pushing them into buying something. And I said, well, what's the purpose of buying it if it's not going to make sense afterwards? So before you buy, you need to know your exit strategies. So I like teaching principles of real estate. And so at the end of it, he said, well, when I buy my next piece of real estate, we're going to buy it through you. And then we got in the middle of a very sticky, when he called me back, we got in the middle of a very sticky short sale. And then he said, Jennifer, I have a lot of questions, but I need you to come into the radio station and answer these live on the air. And I thought, oh, really? I don't know if that's a good idea. And he said, if I don't know this, there are many other people.
Many people, they don't know. Yeah,
And it
we
was
don't know
right-
everything. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's your specialty.
So it's important for other people to understand that so they didn't make bad decisions. Because once someone's made a bad decision in real estate, often they're afraid to get back into real estate. Or if, for instance, there was a divorce, and then there's shame around maybe they lost a house or it went to foreclosure or a short sale or a bankruptcy, God forbid, a bankruptcy. And the shame that's around that, people stop asking questions. They just want to hide. And one of the things I wanted to do was pull people out of the darkness, find a way to shine some light and say, you know what?
There's hope for you.
There's always, you know, we
Yeah.
skin our knees, we fall down, we make bad decisions sometimes, we make good decisions sometimes, but celebrate all of it. Whether we made a bad decision or a good decision,
You're learning. That's
keep
a learning
asking
process.
those questions. So after that, then he ended up getting cancer. And I had been on his show quite a bit, and when he got cancer, he asked me if I would come in and help host part of his radio show. And when someone
So
asks
you were a guest,
I was a guest.
and then you became a kind of co-host.
Yes. Well,
Kind
he would introduce me, and then he would go into his cancer treatment. So
Okay,
I was
so you
supposed to
gotta
be a
take over.
co-host, but I wasn't really. And the good news is I had another gentleman who was on who was he was a mortgage broker. So there were two voices, even though Joe ended up having to go into his treatment every day. But what we learned from it was I learned how to respond to live questions. And I also learned how many people don't understand real estate.
Yes, you start to feel your value more that, oh, I have so much to share.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I realized also everybody lives somewhere. So you're either paying your own mortgage and investing in yourself, or you're investing in your landlord's wealth. Whose wealth do you want to invest in?
Yours, of course.
Exactly. So then I started realizing if I could help people invest in themselves, their own wealth, and even provide wealth for the generations after them, your children, your grandchildren. If you teach them that kind of financial literacy,
You're passing something on.
you're passing something on.
Yes.
So when Joe came back,
More
and
than money, because you're passing information.
the
you know,
knowledge,
yeah.
and knowledge is something you can duplicate over and over and over
Sure.
again, which is really important. If you learn a skill, just like riding a bicycle, you can duplicate it, and that's really what I wanted to hear from people when they would, call back and they would start to tell the success stories. So when Joe finally, thank God, came back and he was well from cancer, that's when they offered me the show. And it was so funny because he said to me, good news and bad news. Good news, I'm healthy, cancer-free. Bad news, you're fired, meaning from his show.
Yeah.
And I was like, shh. And he said,
I'm
don't
done.
look so relieved. That's not okay. And I was like, why? And he said,
Okay,
because you have
no,
to have your own show.
Hold on. Let's see how you get
Okay.
to your own show now.
Okay.
So when we come back, we're gonna talk about how she get her own show, and she's stayed there for 8 years.
Yay!
And going on many years now.
Yes.
We're gonna go further. Okay, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hi, my name is Aimmee Kodachian, not Kardashian. When I came to United States, I did not speak English at all. I had no education, no skills, barely any money in my hands, and I had a 10-year-old daughter to raise. However, giving up was not an option for me. In order to survive and thrive, I had to shift my thoughts and apply all of the insights, wisdom, and the lessons I learned throughout my journey to get and have everything I want. Today, I am an author, TV talk show host, a keynote speaker, a special liaison officer for the Women's Federation for World Peace USA. This is how I am paying it forward today. I have created 4 online classes where I share steps, techniques, and powerful insights that I have used in my life that will give you clear direction on how to transform your thoughts from wanting to having everything you want. And the first class is my gift to you. There is absolutely no obligation to you. So what are you waiting for? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Start shifting your thoughts today so you can transform your life like I did. I encourage you to take action now. Click on the link and see what's in store for you. Back with Jennifer, just enjoying hearing your story, Jennifer.
Thank you.
So then you didn't think you weren't planning to have a show.
No.
You get the opportunity and you're like, okay, I can help.
As a guest.
As a guest, and I'm gonna just go away. And what they told you.
So he says there's good news, he's healthy, but the bad news is I'm fired, meaning I'm not a regular contributing guest every week. Every Wednesday, we did a segment called Wealth Building Wednesday, and I love that. And again, it was live call-in, and then he said, but you're fired from my show, and I was like, phew. And he said, no. He said, don't look so relieved. He said, you have a fan base now, and he said, and they're interested in giving you your own show.
There you go.
And I was like, what?
This is, it's from God, okay? It's not our plan sometimes. We go to places it takes us to where we never thought it will be. I never thought I would be a host
No.
or an author.
And
Come
what
on.
a blessing.
I
You are
never
such a
thought.
blessing.
Thank you. But that wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, it wasn't in my plan at all.
Yeah, that's what's so
Not.
beautiful about it.
You know, it's so funny because when I was a child, I thought, oh, I want to be a lawyer.
Me too, lawyer or teacher.
Yes. I never dreamed I would be in real estate, a radio talk show host, now a TV host. It's amazing how your life takes a different
It
place.
just takes you.
But just always knowing you can overcome anything that comes your way and takes you in a different direction, and realize that
You
it's a
learn how to
blessing.
adjust, right?
Yeah.
Adjusting is the best word I would say.
Yeah.
Don't fight it. When it's coming to you, just go for it.
Yes, and find a way to find the good in it.
Yes.
Whatever it is, even if it seems bad, you think about it, you know, you can't see a rainbow unless there's a rainstorm.
Yeah. Beautiful said. And you know, if you don't try something, you don't have, you know, you learn as you go. I mean, I didn't know anything about being a host.
Yeah. And then you
know,
just fall in
And
it
just slowly, slowly, I start learning more and more. And, you know, I have a lot more to learn, for sure.
And you're producing shows now?
I'm producing other shows
Which
too
is
at
a
the same time.
blessing.
Yeah.
Again,
But
probably
it
never
took
thought
us-
you were going to do that.
I never thought of, not in a million years. Not in a million years. Anyway, it's not about
Anyway.
me, it's about you. But it's the same kind of feeling.
But it's
I
the same
understand.
feeling. It's such
we
a
never thought
blessing.
about it, yes.
Yeah.
So then now you have a show every week, 2 hours.
2 hours on Sirius XM. It's channel 126. And so let me tell you, my social media
Yes.
is Jennifer H Realty. So Jennifer with 2 N's, JenniferH, H for Hammond, and then Realty. So Twitter is Jennifer H Realty.
So find you in different ways then.
Facebook is
Okay.
Jennifer H Realty. Instagram is Jennifer H Realty. But now the website is just my name, Jennifer Hammond, and then it's .us, not .com. That's a poet. A different Jennifer Hammond.
Okay.
So I'm jenniferhammond.us, and we're always putting information up there. There's free reports, constantly upgrading
learn,
information, online courses, anything we can do. And we're also looking for feedback for storylines. If people want to learn about a specific aspect of real estate investing, if you're buying your first house, sometimes people need to age in place. Their parents, instead of going to a retirement home, want to know how to age in that particular house. We do all sorts of topics. Anything and everything touches real estate because we all live somewhere.
So now people could call and ask, or they have to email you, or
No,
how
they can call the live show on Saturday mornings. I can even give you the phone number.
Yeah, go for it. Of
It's
course,
one-
this is your
There you go.
camera,
So,
Jennifer.
if you want to call on Saturday mornings, it's 1-866-801-8255. That's 866-801-8255. And we'd be happy to answer your questions.
Sure. And then from anywhere in the United States or in the world. Is that
Anywhere in the
correct?
world.
Anywhere in the world. So if you're, because social media is everywhere. People are going to watch
Right.
the show on television. By the way, I'm so blessed to be at Armount TV. At 31.1, and also they can access it anywhere when they have Google.
Google Play?
Google Play.
Yes.
And so they could watch, and then also we're everywhere on social media.
And we're
so
also
people
on
could-
demand too. That's also
Okay.
really nice. So you can watch
Nice.
it, you can listen to it whenever you want on the app, the Sirius
Okay.
XM app on a phone.
Okay.
You can listen because we all like to listen whenever
That's
we want.
right. So what I'm saying, they could ask questions, and even if they don't live in the United States, if they want to buy property in the United States, they could ask you questions. Where is the best city, or whatever question they might have.
Right. And we also feature different countries too, because
Okay.
often people want to know about buying property in a different country. And sometimes the tax laws are different. There are all sorts of different elements of buying
course.
real estate in different countries. So we discuss that too.
So you have that education to
Yeah.
give them. Oh, that's beautiful.
I love to help
Very
people.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so time to talk about your book.
Yes.
101 resources
For veterans.
for veterans.
Yes.
This is another way you're paying it forward, and
Yes.
that really touches the heart, because really it's you could tell it's about helping,
Yes.
right?
It really
And what
is.
is it about this book, and what made you wanna?
Well, first of all, we used to do a lot of shows on my radio show where we were really interested in finding ways to end homelessness for veterans, because it's just amazing how many homeless veterans there are. And right now, the population of women who are veterans is actually rising. It's getting worse and worse. And a lot of those are single moms who are living on the street with a child. And they're veterans. It doesn't make any sense. And so
It doesn't.
I
no.
started finding out that one of the reasons, there's so many reasons, it's very complicated why veterans are homeless. And I started realizing it's because they don't understand a lot of the resources that are available to them, including when they transition out of being in the military into the civilian world, they don't know how to translate their job skills over. So they might be missing a job, or maybe there's a health issue. There's a lot of different reasons. And so what we started finding out was that if we put those resources together in a book,
They can have information here. So where they can get this, give us your website pretty quick because we're running out of time.
So you can go to, my website is jenniferhammond.us.
jenniferhammond.us.
jenniferhammond.us, like the United States.
Yeah. And Jennifer, it's very, very pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to be on your show.
Yes, I can't
Now-
wait to have you as a guest now.
Absolutely.
And we're going to hear a little bit
absolutely.
about your story.
Absolutely, I will. So again, I would love to have you again when you come back
I would love
to
to.
Vegas.
It would be
and
my honor.
you know, concerned this is your sister here. We're having the same kind of things.
right.
We start something from really nothing. We weren't thinking about it, and I relate to you on that one. I thank you so much for serving and sharing your knowledge with everyone.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate you so much. And for all of you, I appreciate your watching the show, and I hope you're enjoying all the information and all my guests, what they bring to the table to share with you. Until next time, please stay focused on your purpose.